Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Creative Hands by Shay. So in today's tutorial I will be showing you how to make the Ghana bucket hat. So if you see my previous tutorial, I showed you how to make the German bucket hat and the Canada bucket hat, and now I will be doing the Ghana bucket hat. So you know that the Ghana flag has three colors, which is red, green, and gold. So I will be using those colors today, and also black for the star. So I went ahead and I made the circumference of the hat already. So I will be doing black circumference and black brim, and I will be incorporating the flag color into the center of the hat, and I will show you how to make the star and all of that. So again, you will need four different colors to make your hat. You can use any yarn of your choice. I am using all acrylic yarn here, and these are all size 4 yarn. So the hook that I am using today is a size 4.5mm crochet hook. You will need scissors, you will need your darning needle, and also your measuring tape. So I have my measuring tape here. So you will use that to measure the circumference of your hat. So here I can show you this measurement here. So this is measured 7 inches in width, and I did a total of 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7 row. So in the 7th row, that is equal to 84 stitches. So that's what I am working with, and this is an adult size, teen to adult size bucket hat. So if you want it to be smaller, all you have to do is measure the head circumference of whoever you're making it for, and then you can do your own circumference. I will be putting on the screen more information on how to do the circumference, but briefly to tell you, you will start off by making 12 double crochet into the magic ring. Then you will do into the next one, you will have 24, and then you will have 36, then you will have 48, then you will have 60. I don't remember honestly, but I will put it on the screen so you can follow along. And also remember, whenever you're making your rows, always slip stitch into the first double crochet, and you will start your first stitch into that same stitch that you slip stitch in. So please do remember that. But the instruction will be on the screen so you can follow along, so you will know how many stitches will be at the end of each row. So what I'm going to do is I am going to slip stitch here. So before I slip stitch, what I'm going to do, I am going to make my last double crochet, and I am going to get my red. So I will be doing 3 rows of each color. So I'm going to join my red here, and then I can fasten off from the black. And then I will slip stitch, and this is how you're going to change your color. So now that I slip stitch there, I am going to chain up 1 and 2, turn, and once you turn your so your stitch that is here that you just slip stitch in, that stitch is your first stitch, but once you turn, that stitch is now going to be your last stitch, so it's going to be on this side. So if you want to, you can use a stitch marker to mark where that stitch is. I hope you can see that well. So use your stitch marker to mark it so you don't lose your stitch. So I am going to turn, and then I'm going to yarn over, go into that first stitch, and I'm going to place 1 double crochet, and 1 double crochet there, and then into the next stitch we are going to place another double crochet. So we will be just making 1 double crochet into each and every stitches around until you get to the end. You will slip stitch and you will slip stitch and then chain up 2 again and start your next row. So you're doing 3 rows of red, and then you are gonna do 3 rows of yellow and then 3 rows of green. So guys, and now I have come to the end, and remember that stitch that I told you about. I'm just gonna go into that stitch now, and I'm gonna make my last double crochet. Now I'm gonna slip stitch on top of our first double crochet. So this is how you will end your row, and then chain up 2. Now that you chain your 2, you will turn your work, so you will be working on this side, the right side again, and then you are going to go into your first stitch, which is here, and place your double crochet. So again, we will be doing 3 rows of red, 3 rows of yellow, and then 3 rows of green. So I will put that on the screen so you can follow along. So I will just continue to do this, making just 1 double crochet into each and every stitch until I get to the end. So I will see you at the end of my 3 rows of green, and that is when I will be finished making the body of the hat, and then I will show you how to work on the brim. So guys, I am trying to do these hats after work. So I have my regular 9-to-5 job, so it's a bit hard to work on these hats because I don't really have much time. So in the evening time when I'm done working, I start to work on these hats. So please bear with me if you think that I am not going fast enough. I have a lot to do, plus I have my family to take care of as well. So I will see you once I am at the end of my green. So just continue to do this and I'll see you at the end. So guys, and now I have come to my last stitch here, and before I finish off that one, I am gonna join my black. I want to make sure that the tie is on the inner part here. So I'm going to tie it inside just like this. And then slip stitch on top of your first double crochet there. And now you can go ahead and fasten off from the green. I'm going to pull up on the black for a bit and show you what the hat looks like so far. So there it is. So this is the back where we just did our joining. So you can see how nicely done that is, and you're not seeing the joining, and this would be the front there. So now we are going to work on the brim of the hat. I'm seeing the black around this side. Let me try to see if I can join it a little different, because I don't want to see it there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into my stitch, and then this is how I'm going to join it. Now I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. So now I am working only on the right side, so I'm not going to be turning anymore. So now you're going to yarn over, and we are going to be working into the front loop only. So you are going to yarn over, you're going to make a half double crochet, and you're going to go into the first loop, or you can go through both loops since this is the one that we slip stitch in just for now. If you can't get into both the front loop, you can just go through both loops just for this one, and then go into the front loop only for all the other stitches. And we're going to place 6 half double crochets, then followed by an increase. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, working in the front loop only, and then 2 half double crochet in the same stitch, working in the front loop only. Repeat this all the way around until you get to the end, and I'll meet you back there. So guys, now I have come to the end, and I'm just placing my last half double crochet. So I finish off with 6 double crochet, half double crochets here, sorry. So now I am going to slip stitch on top of my first half double crochet. Now I'm going to chain 1, and then into each and every stitch around I will be placing 1 half double crochet in each stitch. So I'm going to continue doing this all the way around, and I'll see you at the end. So guys, now I have come to the end, and I'm just going to finish off on my last half double crochet. Now I'm going to slip stitch on top of our first, chain 1, go back into that same stitch, make a half double crochet. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then in the 8th stitch we're going to place 2 half double crochet there, and you're going to repeat this all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 2 half double crochet in the 8th stitch. So I'll see you at the end. Guys, I have 5 stitches here remaining, and I'm just going to work into those last 5 stitches. And slip stitch, chain 1, go back into that same stitch, and I'm going to place 1 half double crochet in each stitches around, so no increase. So you're going to repeat this all the way around, and I'll see you at the end. So guys, and now I have come to the end there, and I'm just going to go ahead and slip stitch. So now it's going to be an increase row, so you're going to yarn over, and you're going to place 9 half double crochet followed by an increase. So you're going to do that all the way around until you get to the end. I think you should have about 3 stitches remaining. You can just work into those 3 stitches, and I will see you at the end, and that will be our last row of increase. So continue to make your 9 half double crochet, and then followed by an increase in the 10th stitch, and I'll see you at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then an increase in the 10th stitch. So I'll see you at the end. Well guys, now I have come to the end, and I have 3 stitches here remaining. We're going to slip stitch, chain 1, yarn over, go back into that same stitch, and you're going to place a half double crochet, and into each and every stitch around you're going to place 1 half double crochet. So you can choose to do 2 more rows, or you can choose to do 1 more row. So depending on how long you want your brim to be, you can just continue to add more rows. So I am going to do 1 or 2 more rows, and then I'll meet back with you. Guys, now I have come to the end of my last stitch, and I did a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows. So I did 2 extra rows. Fasten off there. Now I'm going to get my darning needle and just weave in my tail end. I'm going to show you how to weave in a tail end down here so that it looks seamless. So we're going to go through both loops on this side, and in the back loop on the other side. Take your time and pull through so that the stitches match the other stitch. And then you can just go ahead and weave the remainder tail end in. Take your time and go underneath the stitches. Okay, so I'm going to fasten off here. And this is what our hat looks like. So it's pretty much done. And now I am going to show you how to make the star to go into the center. But before I do that, let me just show you how to weave in this tail end. So I'm just going to pull it. Remember, I had given it a tie. So I'm going to pull from there. And we're going to go into the black here. I'm just going to go like inside. And then go underneath the stitches from the wrong side. Take your time. And you'll basically be doing the same thing for the yellow. So you will just insert your, let me just leave that alone. I'll do that part later on. So I'm saying yellow, for the green, I should say. So you're gonna go into the stitch. And pull down just like that. And once you have done so, you're just going to go underneath your stitch and just weave your remainder tail end in. And then you can fasten off. So I will redo this one, or I will continue to weave in this one later on. So there it is, guys. So this is the back of the hat. And this is the front here. So I already make my star. And there it is. So it's going to go right in the center. But I'm going to show you how to make it with a different color. So you can see how cute that looks. So I am going to use glue to just glue it on instead of sewing it down. But if you want to sew it down, you can go ahead and do so. So I'm going to show you how to make the star, which is quite quick and easy. So I use a size 3 hook. Where is my hook? Okay, I use a size 3 hook. I can't find my hook at the moment, so I'm just going to use a size 3.5. So you're going to make a magic ring. And into that magic ring, you're going to chain 2, yarn over, go into the ring, and you're going to place 15 double crochets. I should have used a thinner yarn. This one is too thick. So place your 15 double crochets and I'll meet back with you. So now I have come to the end of making my 15 double crochet. Now I'm going to pull on the tail end. Now I'm going to slip stitch on top of our first double crochet. Now you're going to chain up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You're going to slip stitch in the second stitch from the one on the hook. Then you're going to single crochet in the next stitch. Then you're going to double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So 1 and 2. and in the last stitch you're going to do a treble. So you're going to yarn over twice, going to that stitch, you're going to pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2, and then you're going to skip 1, 2, and into the third you're going to do a slip stitch, and that attach your point there. Now you're going to chain up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and you're just going to repeat that all the way around. So you're going to slip stitch. I'm going to show it to you again. So slip stitch, single crochet, then you're going to do a double crochet, followed by another double crochet, and in the last stitch you're going to do a treble crochet. Once you come to the end, you're going to skip 1, 2, into the third, you're going to slip stitch. And you're going to repeat this all the way around, and I'll see you at the end. Guys, now I have come to the end, and what you will do is you will just go into this, you will skip 1, 2, into this third stitch where we started from. You're just going to go, you can go into the stitch just like that, and make a slip stitch, chain 1, and then fasten off and pull backwards, and there it is. So your star is now completed. So I went ahead and I did attach my star on my hat, and that is what it looks like. So it is looking super cute. I love the way how this looks. So guys, I hope that you were able to make one of your own. I am just gonna do for some reason I can't find any of my gadgets or my materials. I can't find my measuring tape. Seems like my daughter took it. So I will put on the screen the measurements of what this hat is. So thanks again for watching, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit like, and also share, comment, and tell me what you think. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, bye.